I had a baby.
When life happens, I find that I take longer to write because life is happening.
Life is lifing.
Right. But I always want to make sure I share because my fans have known me since before I was popping like that.
Yeah.
So I think I owe it to them, due to their love and support, to share. And no, it's not comfortable, and yes, it is scary when you're sharing very vulnerable things, but that's just how I feel I have to do. So
what is up, you guys? It is your girl Tiliana, and today I am back with another video. Today we're going to be getting into something that is very personal to me and something that is a real life experience that I went through, and is a story that I need to share, not only for you guys, but just so that way I can stop being in my head about something that I feel like, you know, you guys can learn from, and just something that I feel like I went through that nobody else knows. Like, I really just needed to sit down and record this video just so that way you guys can hear my story and hear some of the things that I have went through, you know, behind the scenes. And if you're watching this and you know me personally and you don't know that I have been through this, I just ask that you are nice and you know, just respect me and respect, you know, I'm still human at the end of the day. Like, and what I went through, I don't wish anybody to go through, of course. And I just, yeah, I have a story to tell, and I just know that I am being very, very vulnerable right now, and this is not easy, you know, to share in front of a whole world of people. But I'm not even thinking about that right now. I'm just thinking about me telling my story in front of a camera, because this is my therapy. YouTube is my therapy, and I just also want you guys, you know, to know what it is like to go through what I went through. So as you can tell by the title of this video, today I will be talking about my abortion. So I went through an abortion last year, 2022. It is currently December 2023. So I wanted to get this video out before the year ended, because I'm not going into 2024 with any more trauma and, you know, just things that I cannot control, and just I'm not having my mind set on something that already happened in the past. With that being said, y'all are getting a story time right here, right now. Fast forward a year later, because I feel like in this moment I am able to tell you guys without crying, without being hurt, and any of that. So this is definitely a milestone, a stepping stone for me, and I just want you guys to listen and like the video and subscribe to my channel, because I will be sharing more stories and more story times. And yeah, Tiliana has been through more than just this, so just keep watching. But basically, I had got pregnant around like the beginning of September, and I was going through, like, you know, experiencing like the signs and stuff, and my period had like came late, and I was taking tests, but the tests were coming back negative. So I just assumed that I wasn't pregnant, right? But my period still hasn't came. So I, like, this was like back in like August. Yeah, so I did want to hop in here and just say that during the whole month of August, I was waiting on my period, and I already had assumed that I was pregnant. Just looking back on my Snap memories just now, I realized that I was already feeling like I was pregnant, but I was getting negative tests and didn't end up taking a test until September 1st. So just keep that in mind. And I'm gonna put all the receipts in this video. Like around my birthday, I was taking tests and they were coming back negative. So fast forward to like September, like the first week of September, I just waited till, I think it was like September 8th. I will put the timestamp right here just so you guys can see and just know that I'm telling the truth. Like, this is from my Snapchat story. I mean, I didn't post it on Snapchat, but this is from a snap that I took and saved to my memories, just because I knew one day I would be recording this video. So basically, I took the test and it came back positive. And I was fighting the positive, because I didn't believe that I was pregnant after seeing so many negative tests. I told my sisters and I was like, you guys, like, you know, do you guys see what I'm seeing? And they're like, yeah, it's like, you know, you're pregnant. So basically I still didn't believe that I was pregnant, but I ended up telling the father eventually, like later on that day, and he made it seem like he wanted to start a family with me and do things with me, and you know, like, you know, we'll take care of the kid. But obviously him still being young and me still being young and in the situation I was in, like around that time I was technically homeless. Like, yes, I was living with a family friend, but I didn't have my own place. I was not under a guardian. I was homeless. Like, I'm 17, I don't have any parents, and I just got kicked out of my grandmother's house. So for me to be pregnant was just not a good circumstance. And then for the job that I was working at, it was just even worse. It was just like, no, like, you don't need a baby. So basically that's just the emotions that me and the father had went through with me being pregnant. And all right, y'all, so this is September 15th, and I found out I was pregnant September 1st. It's only been 14 days since I found out I was pregnant, and honestly, it hasn't been the best. But I'm going to miss it. Even though my journey just started, I'm going to miss it because I have to get an abortion, because me and my boyfriend made an agreement that it just wasn't the right time to be taking care of a kid. And while I was pregnant, while I was just trying to figure out if I wanted to keep the baby or not, I was sick. Like, I had got a really bad case of like pregnancy sickness, and for me finding out so early, like imagining having to go through that for 9 months was like, I didn't feel okay, because I couldn't keep food down. I would get like so like hungry, but I would try to eat, and then I eat, and then the food would come back up like 10 seconds later. Like, not even kidding y'all. Every morning I wake up, I would be throwing up. I'd be sick. I could not keep food down. It just felt like I had a really bad stomach virus, and that was hurting me, because as somebody who, you know, loves to eat and loves to just, you know, make food and cook and all that stuff and just eat my snacks, like it was hurting me because I wasn't able to enjoy my food and keep it down. Like, that never used to happen to me. Like, I've always been a person who didn't get any type of sickness like that. So basically I was just super sick, like, during my pregnancy. And mind you, I didn't know how many weeks I was, like the first week, obviously, but I did make sure to schedule an appointment to see like how many weeks I was. Fast forward to like the doctor's appointment when I wanted to see like how many weeks I was, you know, because that really determines if you can get an abortion or not. So I waited until the doctor's appointment, and mind you, I didn't tell nobody that I was pregnant besides the father and my siblings, but they don't live here in Colorado. And so the lady that I was living with, I just made it seem like I was just going to a regular doctor's appointment, and she didn't know I was pregnant, but she knew I was sick, you know, she knew I was like going through something. So yeah, I went to the doctor's appointment and I was alone, but that's like not even no shade to nobody, just because he was in school and I wasn't. So I went alone, and I remember them asking me like questions, like, you know, like how has it been, and just little things about like pregnancy and stuff. So I was answering the questions, and then they told me to take a P test. So I took a P test. They wanted to see what the results were for the P test before they can do an ultrasound, because you can't see if a baby is in there when it's like set amount of weeks with an ultrasound. So you have to do like a P test or a blood test just to see like how many weeks you are. So basically they did the P test first. I took the P test, And they were like, okay, like, do you know that you're 7 weeks? And then I was like, no, 7 weeks? Like, y'all, 7 weeks is a long time. So for me to have found out I was pregnant the first week of November, didn't probably go to the doctor's appointment till, I'll put it right here if I can find it, but it wasn't until like 2 or 3 weeks later. Actually, matter of fact, I have it right here, y'all, because this is the ultrasound that I took. So yeah, I found out I was pregnant the first week of September of 2022, and then I didn't get an ultrasound until September 27th of 2022. So this is the ultrasound. As y'all can see, I still have it because it's memories. My name is right here, so it's like, it's not fake, y'all. Like, there's no way to fake this. This is real paper, like the little ultrasound paper. So yeah, there was a baby in there, y'all. I had a baby. Look. And mind you, this is not the size of the baby or the size the baby was when I got my abortion. Yeah, I had went to go to the doctor's appointment 9/27, and they said I was 7 weeks. So 7 weeks from 9/27 is, you know, quite a while. So it just was really making me think, like, dang, like, I kind of want the baby now. Like, I was excited to hear the heartbeat. I was excited to see the baby, like, something growing inside of me. Like, this is real. This is, like, you know, for me to be alive and be here, it just made me think about, like, how my mother carried me. So yeah, it was like super emotional, and I didn't cry. I didn't really have no feelings or anything when I was in there. I was just like in shock, like, because I never really saw anything, I never really felt anything, and then to hear and see something was really like eye-opening, like, whoa, like I have a baby. But basically I told the father, and I was like, I'm 7 weeks. And no sooner I told him that, he was like, oh, so that means we can get an abortion. So I was just like my heart kind of dropped a little bit, because something in me just wanted to keep the baby, you know. Something in me was just like, I was happy in that moment, but then when he told me that, I was like, okay, like, he don't want the family, he don't want the baby, like, he don't want none of that. So, you know, he was just convincing me that I was just so sick to where I couldn't keep the baby, that we should get an abortion. And he even convinced me that he was gonna help pay for it. So that was just like another thing that was like a load off my shoulders, because I wasn't working at the time because I was so sick. I had to quit my job. That's how sick I was. But y'all, like, yeah, he had offered to pay for it. So I was just like, you know what, like, I get it. You're in school, you don't want to be a dad. I'm homeless, I don't have money, I don't have anything to be able to take care of a kid. And mind you, this is like the first month of me being pregnant. So really, I had 8 months to get my stuff together, but it just, yeah, you know, everything happens for a reason. So basically, we were looking into options like the next day, like, or even that same day, to be honest. And I, you know, obviously went to Planned Parenthood. If you know, then you know, like, they offer plenty of services, not just like abortion services and stuff. So if you ever need help, I suggest Planned Parenthood. They're like super sweet. But yeah, y'all, I went to like their online thing to see like what an abortion, like, just to read up on an abortion, you know, the details, to get myself educated, because if I'm gonna be going through something, I need to be educated. I need to know what it is that I'm gonna go through, right? And y'all, half of the stuff that's on the like information about an abortion is not even like it's true, but you don't, you get so sucked into thinking that it's not that bad that you're like, okay, like, I'll just go through with it. It's not even that bad. The recovery is gonna be cool, this, that, and the third. But there's a lot of things that they don't tell you when you're gonna get an abortion, and that's why y'all have me. So now we're gonna actually get into like the details. We're gonna fast forward to October 13th is when I went to Planned Parenthood, because around that time it was a lot of like scheduling issues. So I had to wait a very long time in order to get an appointment with Planned Parenthood. So it was like a week and a half or 2 weeks later, on October 13th, when I went to Planned Parenthood to get the abortion pill. So basically, I scheduled an appointment to be seen by Planned Parenthood and to get the pill. So they didn't do surgeries at the one Planned Parenthood that I was going to. So I was like, the only way that I'm gonna get an abortion, like me personally, the only way that I'm gonna get abortion is if I take the pill. I'm not doing a surgery. I don't want to have to go through with that. Like, that is something that I did not want to do. And that's why I was just so strong on like taking the pill. So I went to the Planned Parenthood and they, you know, were just being super kind, super sweet. Like, how many weeks? Da 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 da. Okay, here's the payment, and then we're gonna go through the process with you. And like, you know. So they went through the process with me about like how to do the at-home abortion. So I went home after speaking to the doctors, and they're like, take this pill. And like there's like it was like 4 pills, I think. It was like 4 pills. It was like, and like no, it was like 6 pills. I had to take like 2 pills to pregame, basically. I don't really know the terms, y'all, but I had to take 2 pills to like get me started. Then I had to take 2 more pills after that to like finish the process. Then I had to take 2 more pills, like, well, I got 2 extra pills for like nausea and stuff. So like if I was nauseous during the process, because I would be losing so much blood. Like, I took a lot of pills, y'all. And I went home and I just prepared my, like, they sent me home with a little goodie bag and everything. Well, actually no, that was this, hold on, y'all. Let me, I'm going too fast. So basically, I went home that day and they sent me with all the information. So like, I still carry the information. I still kept it with me just in case, I don't know. But yeah, so like this is the little thing that they sent me, like of how much I would be bleeding. So it should look like this, then go to this, then go to this, then go to this. So basically, I was bleeding a lot, y'all, and with the pill. But yeah, as you can see, I took misoprostol, and it shows right here what times I was supposed to be taking the pills and everything. Like, I have all the receipts. Yeah, they told me to use maxi pads and everything, because with the pill, it was like a bleed out process. So with the pill, I was technically supposed to take the pill, bleed it all out, you know, and I would be done, right? That was what was supposed to happen. But y'all, the experience of what I went through was not what happened. I took the pill, I did everything they said, I followed the instructions to a T, y'all. I was not playing, because I'm like, if I'm gonna do something, especially do it by myself, I'm gonna do it right. So I followed the instructions to a T. I took every pill when they told me to take it. I put my timers on. I did everything that I needed to do, and I went through the process. I even bought me some like period panties, because I knew I would be bleeding when I had my maxi pads on. I had everything on. I had everything. Like, everything was together. And when the process started going through after I took the first, like, the pills and stuff, it was feeling very much like a period that wouldn't stop. Like, it wasn't feeling like it was doing nothing for real. It just felt like I was bleeding a lot. And I remember waking up out of my sleep, because as y'all see, I had to take a pill at 11 o'clock at night. So I had to wake up a few hours later to like take another pill, I believe, like, you know, just to make sure that everything was working the way it was supposed to. So I had fell asleep and woke up, and I just remember like running to the bathroom, because it felt like I had to pee, and it wasn't pee, it was blood, y'all. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not trying to be too visual, but I'm just letting y'all know what I went through, just in case you're thinking about it. But it was a lot of blood, y'all, like a lot. Like, I'm so sorry, but it is kind of traumatizing just thinking back about it, because like, imagine, you know, when you ever had to like use the bathroom so bad that as soon as you hit that toilet, everything just comes out. Yeah, that was basically what happened with my period, but it was blood. So seeing a lot of blood everywhere was kind of scary, you know, like, especially being at home. Then I have to clean up the blood myself. It was just a lot, y'all. So me personally, do not suggest taking a pill, and here's why. Because I went through all of that. And I was supposed to have a checkup. I went to my checkup, and I'm still pregnant. So after the first abortion, they basically made me wait 2 weeks until my next appointment to see if I was still pregnant. And in that 2 weeks, it ended up being November 2nd. So on November 2nd is when I found out that I was still pregnant, and I saw how big the baby was when the doctor left. Basically, I was pregnant from September 1st all the way to like November 2nd. I got the abortion, like the surgery, the next day, which was November 3rd, because I had to go out of town on November 5th. I had to let them know, like, I'm not gonna be here on Saturday, so y'all have to figure something out, basically. Like, I need to get this baby out because I'm not canceling my flight. And I am gonna pop a picture of what the baby looked like so you guys know, like, the baby was not as big as it was, well, as small as it was when I got the actual physical abortion. Mind y'all, you can't keep a baby after you done tried to, you know, abort it, especially with that medicine that I took. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Like, let me just, am I able to keep the baby? You know? And they're like, no, like, you have to do the surgery. And they're like, well, we don't do surgeries here, so we're gonna schedule a surgery for somewhere else. And mind you, this other Planned Parenthood was like 2 hours away from my house. So I was like, okay, like, I just mentally braced myself, because at this point, I know that everything doesn't go as planned now. Like, I can't be upset because I have to do something because I chose to do something, you know? So it's like, I just got to go through with it. I have to go to the clinic and I have to do the actual surgery. And mind y'all, like I said from jump, this was not something that I wanted to do. I just wanted to take the pill and be done. And the pill did not work for me. So if it worked for you, like, I salute to you. I'm grateful you didn't have to go through 2 different experiences. But for me to only have 1 abortion, and I had 2 abortions technically, but it's like I only aborted 1 baby, it's just crazy, because it shouldn't be like that. It should have been 1 and done, and it wasn't. So then it had me thinking, like, maybe I should have did the surgery from jump. Maybe I should have just not did the pill. But yeah, y'all, I went through that, and then they scheduled me for another appointment, and I told them, I was like, I can't make it to this appointment. Like, this appointment is far. Like, an Uber is like $200. So you know what they did? They gave me a voucher for Lyft for $200. But I told them, I was like, I can't use Lyft because Lyft was tripping at that point, and like, it was asking me to verify my ID, and I'm like, girl, like, I'm trying to verify my ID and they're not taking it. But that's besides the point. So I told her, I was like, my Lyft app does not work. Is there any other way that you can do Uber? So through email, they sent me another voucher for an Uber ride worth $200. So I was like, okay, so I don't know, it just felt like everything was falling into place at that time, and I didn't feel as scared having to go through with my second abortion. So the second time, basically, I was like by myself again, because even when I was doing it at home, I was by myself. Nobody really knew what I was going through. I was just doing it all alone, y'all. And then the second time, I took an Uber 2 hours away. I made sure I was in comfy clothes, you know, had everything I needed. And I went to the clinic, I checked in, I told them what I was there for. And mind y'all, like, having to tell people like what you're there for is just kind of like they know that's their job, but for me to have to say it out loud, it's just like, I don't know, I was just a little ashamed. But let me tell y'all, so like the pills, before I even get into the second story, the pills by itself cost like about $450 just to take the pills. And for the abortion, it cost $800, like, for the procedure. So mind y'all, 800 plus 450 is what? Is 1,250. So I spent that much money on an abortion. Well, I didn't. The father did, which I'm grateful for, because, you know, I didn't have the money at the time. I basically checked into the second clinic, and I paid for the abortion because they were like, you're not going back there without paying, so pay for that. Then I went to the back, and they were like, okay, like, are you ready? Like, we're just gonna get this started. Like, you're gonna take this pill. So they gave me another pill that I had to take, and it was just, I don't know what it was for, to like loosen up things down there, so that way they, when they would go in with the machine to it would be like easy, you know, it would be easy process. Like it was basically like a detachment process. Like, so they made me take basically what I took the first time again the second time before I did the actual abortion. So I was over here popping pills and stuff, and yeah, so I had to wait like an hour before I can do the surgery. So then now it's time for me to do the surgery, and mind y'all, like I'm not bleeding or anything yet. Like I'm fine. I'm just like a little nauseous and stuff because, like, I don't know, it was just like that feeling of being there, knowing what I'm about to go through, and then going through it alone. So mind y'all too, I was texting my sister and everything, like she knows, but y'all don't know. So I went to the back, and they're like, okay, so you're just gonna take all your clothes off, lay here on the table, and we're gonna knock on the door, and whenever you're ready, we'll get started. So it was like, y'all, like I took all my clothes off and put on the little gown that they gave me, and then I was like, you know, they had knocked. You know how doctors don't even wait that long for you to get undressed, so they had knocked pretty quick, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. So they're like, okay, like they were just so sweet about everything. Like that's what I love about Planned Parenthood, is just how sweet they are and how nice they are, because they don't make you feel like what you're doing is wrong. They let you know that they're here for you, even if nobody else is. Like they really have my back, and I'll never forget the one lady who was holding my hand while I was going through what I was going through, because I don't know, she was like an angel in disguise, you know what I'm saying? Because she was there holding my hand, wiping my tears, telling me it's gonna be okay, like just letting me know like it's almost over, it's gonna be worth it. Like y'all, not me getting emotional thinking about it again, but yeah, like I remember the vacuum sounds. I remember the pinching, pulling, and prodding of like my lower stomach. So if you ever do go through an abortion, if you're watching this video because you want to get an abortion, I'm just here to let you know, like the pill doesn't work, and the surgery, it hurts, okay? So like I have a super high pain tolerance, and for me to say that something like that hurts, it hurts, baby, it hurts. Cause thinking about it is making me hurt. But yeah, y'all, so the lady was holding my hand, and she was doing everything that she needed to do for me just to make me feel safe, feel comfortable, and not alone. And I really appreciate her. And there was another lady who was doing like the whole process. So it was like, it wasn't a man at all like doing the surgery for me. It was 2 women in the room with me, and it was quick. Like it was really, really quick. And they're like, you know, they were just talking me through it so I wouldn't feel the pain. But if you don't have nobody talking you through it, you will feel the pain. And afterwards, it is painful. You will bleed. And they gave me a Vicodin, y'all, and I was high. Okay, I was high. But you know, like I was feeling better. I was feeling good. But then it was like after I had to go home. Like they gave me a goodie bag and everything, y'all. Like it was so sweet. Like I still have my little tote bag that they gave me for my abortion and stuff. They gave me a nice little rice bag to put right there for cramps and stuff like that, so I can, you know, heat it up, put it on there for cramps. And yeah, they gave me like instructions. They gave me a little message on a little card that I still carry in my wallet. Like it was just a very sweet process. So after going through my second abortion and going through the surgery and everything, I basically had like another 2-hour car ride home, and it was like with the strangest Uber ride, because he was just being mean, acting like I was just an inconvenience because he had to drive so far. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was so high that I was getting tired, but I couldn't fall asleep in the car because I had to make sure that I made it home. And mind you, at this time, I wasn't in a relationship, so I really didn't have nobody to talk to tell or anything. So I was just in the car by myself, just like stay up. And then I finally made it home. And yeah, so when I made it home, I was just like, I remember calling some friends and just letting them know, like, you know, what I went through, and just crying on the phone with them because I was sad. I was like I miss my baby, like, you know, like, I don't know, it was just emotions that I was going through, and they had told me like, it's okay, like everything happens for a reason, maybe you didn't need to have a baby with that person, and things like that. And then I just started to feel better. So you guys are gonna have memories after your abortion. So if you do end up getting an abortion, I just want you to mentally prepare yourself for one. Do not let anybody pressure you into one. Just let your body do its thing, and let your mind do its thing. Don't let nobody else try to control you, your mind, or your body, because it's your choice. So with all that being said, I very much did go through an abortion. For anybody who's watching this, and if you are going through anything like this, or if you have went through anything like this, I appreciate you, and just know that you are loved, and just know that you are not alone, and that it is okay to not have a kid. Like, it is okay to go through what you go through, because everybody's life is different. Everybody's life is not meant to be lived the same. So yeah, and this is just my experience and what I went through, and there's no need to lie here. Like, my channel is just 100% complete honesty about me and my life. I also did want to say, like, I know some of you guys will be wondering, like, how does your body work and function after abortion? Like, is everything normal? Like, yes, they say that you can still get pregnant after you have your abortion. So for me, I personally do not take birth control, because I feel like it affects my hormones, and it just doesn't make me feel like me. And for me, I also don't eat meat and stuff like that, so my hormones and everything how I feel, everything how I act is completely me. So I know, like, the abortion, the only way it has affected me is with my period and with my cramping, because I never used to cramp younger and having my periods and stuff. Like, I would never cramped, okay? Like, I'll probably get like one little booty cramp, but that'll be it. But now I cramp, and it hurts, like, especially before my period. I would cramp really bad before my period, and then my period would start, and it'll be like little cramps here and there. But yeah, I definitely just get like stronger cramps now, and my period just only lasts like 4 or 5 days. So yeah, that's just like, you know, but also too, everybody is different. So I just want to just inform you guys on that, and inform you guys about how the abortion process works, because I not only went through one abortion, I went through 2 abortions with 1 baby. So I can give you guys a pretty good, you know, like, the pill versus the surgery. And for me, I would suggest the surgery, just because the pill didn't work for me, and then I had to do surgery, and it was like pointless. And as for my body, like, I went into the gym like literally like 2 days later, which I probably shouldn't have after my abortion, but I was just so like, no, I'm gonna start taking care of me now since I don't have my baby. That was just my mindset. So I didn't let my body get any type of weight. It didn't really get much bigger, you know what I'm saying? So I still love my body. I still love my stomach. I still love everything about myself, regardless of what I did, because that was just a part of my life that I had to go through to get to where I am now. And I'm extremely grateful, and I'm extremely blessed to have learned this lesson, and to be able to be here and tell you guys, and just to be helped, because I love helping people, and I didn't have the help when I needed it. So I just really hope you guys enjoyed my video, and just enjoy listening to me talk about something that is just so vulnerable for me. And yeah, like, if my story time feels all over the place, I'm just telling it in the best way that I know how. This is not planned. I didn't sit down and write like, oh, let me go here. Like, no, I'm just telling you from what I remember, from beginning to end. As for now, how I'm doing a year later, I am very much stronger. I'm very much happier. I'm wiser, and I feel like I am able to be nicer to babies and kids now, because of what I went through, you know, just not having my own and stuff. And I feel like babies and kids, when they see me, they're always smiling at me, like, because I feel like they know in a way, like you used to have a little baby soul around you. So they're just so much nicer to me, and it just makes me feel like, you know, just good that kids still love me regardless of what I did with my kid. But yeah, here I am. This happened when I was 18, so here I am, 19 years old. I don't have a kid, and I appreciate you guys for watching and just for listening to me, and for me being able to open up to you guys without crying, without just coming on here looking a fool. Like, this is just my story, and I know that it can help some of you guys out there. So if it were up to me, I would let you know, don't take the pill, just go straight to the surgery. And if you're in a state to where they banned abortions, just know that I believe Colorado is still doing them. I do have to do my information on that, but I know during the time that I was getting my abortion was around the time that the abortion laws and everything was like crazy. Like, everybody was like pro-choice, pro-life. Yeah, so that just made me even be even nicer to and more considerate to others, and be like, you know, your decision, like, it's your life, you know, like, you can do whatever you want, and I don't feel like anybody should judge you for that. So yeah, but yeah, y'all, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed already, because there is about 90% of you guys who are watching and are not subscribed. And if you haven't watched my last video of my curly hair routine, make sure you guys go watch that. I will be coming out with more curly hair tutorials and stuff like that. So yeah, stay tuned. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications, and I appreciate you guys for watching. I love you guys, and until the next video, stay tuned. Bye.